Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had entered a mental hospital that uses the word hospital very loosely. What? Yep. Why did you give the patients guns? Why? 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 Choppa choppa. I'm sure there won't be repercussions for having done this. Cannot open. I mean, they're not attacking me. So I'm relatively fine with them. If they come up behind me and decide to start Jason taunting me in the back of the skull, then we're gonna have issues. Not sure why the hell I'm using a comic book reference. I don't do comic books, but okay. Look at that. You did a dumb. You both did a dumb. Well, pumping full of lead, buddy. That was a misclick, but a lucky misclick. Anyways. What a senseless waste of human life. Ex-surgeon. Soon he's gonna be ex-living, if you get my drift. Can't incinerate him from this range. Let's give you some armor. You know, as a person who's supposed to be living in this situation. Jesus. Oh. You know, times like these, we're learning to live again. Times like these, we give and give again. But at the same time, it's also times like these that we throw a grenade. Your hair is on fire! Let's give them a little bit more of an obvious target here. Alright, now you have two actions. Oh, you just have a homegrown boom boom grenade. Good times. Ah! Sir. Rude. I'm healing us. Yeah? Oh, right. It's the last damage that was dealt to you, not... Oh, well. Ooh. I see supplies. Go over here and grab it. Surgical card containing a gate key. What is this? Smell of rotten flesh is immense. The remains appear to be from multiple meta-humans. Right, so let's find this Ripper individual and rip him a new one. Oh, he can cast it again before the cooldown. It's just that it's going to do damage to him. That's actually a pretty neat system. I like it. It almost semi-reminds me of, what was it? There was a particular anime-heavy system that I think that was, based off of Slayers that has the same sort of a thing where it's like, oh yeah, no, you can cast beyond your willpower sort of a thing, but if you do, you hurt yourself. Which makes sense. And it's an interesting system. One more round. I just want to double check whether or not I can heal Torment a little bit more. Nope, just from his latest wounds. Oh! Alright. Open the door. Probably shouldn't walk in alone. From another intercom, Dr. Holmes continues. Someone once told me that I was a broken thing, but he also said I could remake myself. He wanted to break me down so I could put myself back together again, and I did, but only after I broke him. I could remake you as well. What wonderfully twisted thoughts must turn in a mind such as yours, but I'm more inclined to use you for parts. Yeah, I bet. Creep. Weirdo. Other weird words saying that you're weird. Who gave the insane patient a shotgun? Earn that 1,200 some odd bucks I gave you. Death's Eye. Do the magics. Do I shotgun you from a distance for less chance? Or do I ask you some questions? I apparently decided to ask him some questions. I mean, let's be honest, kind of deserved that after last time. Anyways. Woo! Being point blank with a mental patient that is wielding a shotgun, probably not the smartest of ideas I've had. As Gallowglass, was that your name? Gallowglass. As Gallowglass is probably signing, going like, I just healed that. Okay, he literally just bust out of his abode. Got it. Move up. Reload. Get Gallowglass up here. Open the door. Hello, Doctor. Oh, Doctor and security. Yes. I see a lot of use of that already happening. Wow. Really, guy? Wow. Boom. Can't all be winners. 23 HP. There we go. One less dumbass gunk to deal with. I shouldn't say gonk. Gonk isn't the right terminology when it comes to Shadowrun. Oh, was it supposed to be Drek or something? Alright. If I move over here, yes, I get an action. Hello, good doctor. I believe I was saying last episode, if you have yourself a character that's described as quote-unquote the good doctor, that's a warning. That's a red flag. You can't mean to tell me that in all these lockers, no one's got their keys or something. It's kind of missing. Well, by all means, come. You have truly proven yourself a truly fine specimen. I can't think. Okay. The Trivid player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Trio number 1. Got some cutout chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was inserted, all the psychotic break triggers were blocked. Mrs. Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. I was walking to the organ grinders downtown, and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with the Persona Fix chip installed, making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some Simpsons re-release of a Mercurial live show, but it gave me an idea. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of patience, I'm perfectly set up to be a Bunraku fixer. If I can find a supplier for Persona Fix chips, I can sell full-service Bunraku. Even program the behavior trees. Oh, he's got delusions grandeur. I'm not sure that he's the Ripper at this point, but yeah. Found a buyer for the first Bunraku. A man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 for the female troll. I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I accommodate special orders. These morons' lives are already over anyway. The least they can do is line my pockets. I just have to get ranged combat up to 4, which involves putting one in there. Sorry, I'm also still very interested in the idea of getting that in there. There's some sort of significance to this. I don't know what it is. But no, I know that there's some sort of, I am focusing on trying to get it so as he can wield that goddamn shotgun when we can go and goddamn buy it. Good karma find, though. The Emerald City Ripper. Before you is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, possibly for former patients, trapped in hideous machines, enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see are all appear dead, and they aren't any that aren't must wish that they are, or were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper, the elf is a monster beyond compare. It's time to end this. Autosave. It could have at least healed me a little bit more, game, as opposed to relying on me to remember to heal myself. Another intercom crackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blessed silence, but this was also the rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor, who greets you with more of his chittering laughter. Lovely. You're a persistent one, a fine specimen indeed. Why don't we settle this face-to-face, friend? Few friends for a face such as mine. Though I have one associate I would be happy to introduce you to. Heitzel, subdue them. That's a name. You're a surgeon. You're a mage. Oh! Oh! That's a problem. Well, let's get some bodies in there, and, maybe have you hide in the back and go... don't die? Bloody mage. The last thing I want you to do is give that dude some accuracy. Aim. You know what? Ought to reduce some of the bodies on the field. Why am I like this? Right. Okay. It's not in melee. I'm honestly a little bit safer feeling going after this guy. Again, that went exceedingly well. 32% chance to do this. Yep. Okay, I think this is gonna hurt. Oh. Dude hit me for all of us 4 damage. Minus 1 AP, so I've only got 1 action this round. Good thing moving then attacking is a thing. Kaboom? Move you over here for a second. Because we got this annoying freaking ass bastard over here. Alright, alright. I'd rather you move to the other side to attack him. No, not that attack. I meant the healing. You need to reload. Chop him up. Alright, move you out of the way because I know you're gonna get hit. Jeez. Can't you do anything right, Petzel? Dude slapped me for like 3 attacks. And now I appear to be unconscious. This is, as we like to say in the business, a problem. I think this gets... No, that doesn't get both of them. Damn it, they just so happen to be out of range of one another. Ah, this guy needs to go down. Good crit. Doubly good crit. Take the risk, damn. I would have really preferred that healed some more, but it was the last hit that dealt a lot of damage to him. Acid. Ugh. Please wake up. Thank you. Boomstick. Yeah, you also heal him, because ow. Heal yourself, because also ow. I don't think it's going to help the acid damage that you're taking, but I'd rather you be living. And not just because you're an additional body on the battlefield. You have some gall, sir. Alright, I'm certainly learning when it comes to some of the stuff that you can do in this game. I know that cover is probably supreme, but 68% Dr. Holmes. What other fun magic can we do to you? You only have 1 AP, so this is not going to be much. It would be a little bit stupid to heal wounds on yourself. So let's do an aim. Aim. I can see you. Alright, just move here for now. Get some cover. We're gonna do the old run up and hit you with an axe. Well, okay then. Chuck, chuck. Yeah. I mean, obviously I want to loot the place first. Before I go talking to you, Mr. Psychopath. Or not, I guess. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps this shriveled husk of a soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward a workbench across the way. She was playing both of us. Ooh. Your experience has increased your ability to operate in dangerous situations. I get an additional action point. Then with a funny oh Jesus. Final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. She? Her? Feel like I should have saved before poking this. Holmes's workbench falls somewhere between corner slab and medieval torture device, is decorated in the many colors of death and littered with the instruments of the trade. To one side, there's a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is Pocksack. A small screen is still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held below, closed with a tied length of surgical tubing. Workspace? The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime and includes limb restraints as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies or quite possibly put them back together. Tackiness of the blood suggests it have been used recently. In the journal, leafing through the pages, you find intelligible entries. Few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a discernment order of a local cemetery. with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts. She's played us. That goddamn bitch. Pocket secretary. Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs besides the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watts' name before the entry of liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. There's also a large sum of new win, which can easily be transferred to you. Listen, I'm doing this for a good cause. But I gotta put food on the table, you know? Rolled paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be a blueprint for making Holmes' very own monster. Oh, that's lovely. And there's nothing else in this room. Okay. I got a lot of updates there. Mission items. Those are relatively unimportant at the moment. 11 karma. If I get range combat to 4, I can use that other shotgun. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I know I also probably said at one point, oh, I'm going to get my body up to maximum. Body or strength, one of the two. Point is, for the remainder, I'll put it into strong. I'll put what I've got into range combat for the moment. I want to see what other skills I'll need for a little bit later on, just so as I can be all like, aha! Extra money, extra prizes. I'm saving before I'm talking to you individuals. By the way, small frame of reference of just how long it's been since I had indeed last played this. Yeah. Anyways. Male Bunraku. His chip slaw is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. Ew. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? How long have you been here? Of course we're okay. We're ready for a little party. You want to have a little play party with me by your name? He's assembled in a standard configuration. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You'd need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. Puppet stares blankly at you. I think I might have missed whatever opportunity there was. Unless there's a chip in here. Yes. I was trying to look at the key items. Can be used to clear out the active memory of a Simpsons Persona Flix chip. Yo. Erase that programming. His eyes focus and his hand raises slowly to touch his head wound. The fingers come away wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corner of his mouth as he surveys the room. First you, then the girl, then down to his own body, which is no longer his. Sweet Jesus, what did they do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great inconsolable heavy sobs. Probably not the best of idea to have done, but you know, probably best not to be a Bunraku. Bunraku, being, if I remember correctly, a theater puppet. And it's relatively direct translation of the terminology. Well, this was a mental facility. Feeling the need to save and call an episode before we go through that door. When we return... not entirely certain what we're going to find on the other side of that door. What is my current mission? Besides, Moida? Locate an exit. Okay. So we're probably going to go back to the Union a little bit. So, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.